That will be billions. But it's not, yeah, it's not that.
Gigabillions, gigatrillions,
Yeah,
like there's too many, like, yeah. So it's always now the infinity or the infinite is now because it has no beginning and no end. So there's no past, there's no future, there is only now. Yeah?
Is it then everything simultaneously, Terry? That which the thoughts would call the past or the future is actually simultaneously? Or doesn't it even exist?
It doesn't even exist.
Okay.
It only your past exists as an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How can we say your past exists without the memory of your past? What past do you have?
Yeah, nothing.
Like, honestly, without the memory of your past, like amnesia, yeah? You don't even know your name, right? And all your backstory's gone. Now you have no past.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It's incredible, actually.
I really like that pointer. That really brought home for me that the Franca that I think I am is not. It's not even a thing. And the only thing that's then kind of when you realize that and it's kind of set free, then you still have people in your life that still believe that. And it kind of becomes a bit weird.
Nearly there. You don't actually have people in your life that are still believing that.
Yeah.
There's no people there believing anything.
Yeah, you see, that's where I'm still in the dualistic.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No, but that's okay. You look at that's okay. Yeah, given what you've seen, don't worry about that. You know, it comes back to what I was talking about earlier. Those 6 portals. It's consciousness manifesting through those portals there, called a Franca. Yeah. Consciousness that's manifesting, and it's creating an apparent Franca. But the real person, if you want to call it a person, is the consciousness. And you're conscious right now. Just that we keep, for our whole life, we keep assuming that this conscious is a Franca character. Yeah, and you're seeing, don't, you know. Now, but once you can fully see that, yeah, you'll stop taking other people as being, oh, they're still stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, they still don't know. Oh.
No, because they are that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's important. That's really important. That you need to see that. But the way to see that there with them as such, yeah, you've got to just see it here.
Yeah. Fully.
That's all. Fully. Yeah. Yeah. And it's happening. It's okay. Relax. Seriously. Big time. Relax. Yeah. The trick is just not taking this on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not actually there, but you know, yeah. Just don't take it on. It's absurd.
What is that though, Terry? What is that? That's the question the thoughts have actually. What are we? What is this? What's going on?
What are the thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember,
I know consciousness is creating that. It's a creation of that, but it's so insubstantial. What is that?
Insubstantial.
In a way.
No, it's not insubstantial.
Okay.
How would you feel if you lost your eyesight?
Yeah.
How would you feel if you went deaf?
Oh no, I don't mean that way. I mean, it's not material. You can't grasp it. It's like a puff of smoke, more like that.
Well, can you grasp your seeing?
No.
See?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. And without that, if it just completely stopped and stayed stopped altogether, what would you know?
Yeah. Nothing.
So it's useful.
Yeah.
It's useful. Do you understand? It's useful, you know. It goes from being the master, the mind, to the servant. It's a useful instrument, just like seeing is a useful instrument. You'd be stumbling around in the dark if you couldn't see. Yeah, it's a useful instrument.
Does consciousness also use it to make choices?
Of course
I've
it
been,
does.
yeah,
It's
I've been
done,
observing that.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. The character's certainly not the choice maker, never has been.
no, no.
So something's making choices.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I get a lot of resistance when I say that to others. Like,
Oh, don't.
It's all
Don't.
just happening. You don't have a choice.
Don't. If you want to hang on to your friends, don't.
But when you observe it, it's just crazy. Like you're in the car and you're very tired, and the thoughts are saying, I want to go home. I want to lay in bed. Let's go home. And then all of a sudden you find yourself in some kind of store buying stuff. And you're like, wait a second. I was thinking I want to go home. I'm tired. Why am I here in this store?
Yeah.
And that's when that also kind of came to light.
Yeah.
Like
100%. Yeah.
the thoughts are not choosing.
And thoughts aren't always the guide either.
Mm.
Holy shit, you just demonstrated. You're 100% right. 100% right. You know, alcoholics, it's extreme, but alcoholics experience that. They go, no, I'm not drinking. I'm not going to drink. I've been sober for X amount of time. I'm just not going to drink. Yeah, and that's solid. No, that's just, yeah. Next minute, you know, they find themselves sitting at a bar drinking beer. And then after they've had a couple, they sit there and go, how the f did that happen? Yeah. It's not always the guide. Do you understand? Sometimes sometimes it's a useful tool. Oh, I've got a doctor's appointment in half an hour. I better go. Useful.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Useful. Yeah. But when the mind is absorbed and it's just creating this me character and consciousness, understand this, and consciousness is taking itself to be the me character, then we wear it like a skin, and now it's consciousness having that experience.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And that experience could be an alcoholic, that experience could be an athlete, that experience could be a cook, that experience could be a father and his kids, whatever. Look at the multitude of different experiences consciousness is having. And you are that.
Yeah.
You are that.
And that's which is choosing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's choices happening. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. There are choices happening. Yeah. And there's all the stuff that's happening that, you know, is on how conscious we are. Then there's all the stuff that's happening that we're not even conscious of. A scratch to the head. You know, we don't even notice it. It happens, and, you know, we're touching the face, or all the little things that, oh, a little itch. And we don't even, it's not like I go, oh, I've got an itch, like all my attention's on the itch. Scratch. That's not what happens. If you start observing the body, which you are, because you were driving in the car, you're literally observing the body. There's a myriad of things that the body's doing all day bloody long without the me character's involvement at all. The mere fact that you're breathing, the mere fact that your heart's beating, Jesus Christ, the mere fact that we blink. Where's the me character involved in any of that? Do you know what I mean? When we swallow our food and it starts to digest, and where's the me character involved in any of that? So there's just so much that is happening. This is zero to do with the me character. But there's an intelligence behind all of that, including a simple blink. An intelligence. Jesus Christ, an intelligence. Yeah. That, you know, you could have mind, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling, and no sight. Yeah? Well, consciousness would be experiencing blindness. Yeah? That's what would be going on. There would be blindness being experienced by consciousness. Yeah? It's all consciousness. All. And even giving it that name is kind of wrong. What the hell's consciousness? Oh, well, it's blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. It's none of that. You can't give it a name. You can't give it a label. As soon as we give it a name and a label, it becomes objective. It becomes a thing. Do you understand? But it's your pure self. It's your own pure being, your own pure aliveness. Yeah. With see, this might help you. Non-duality presupposes that there is only one, without a second, or a third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Only one. Now, dualistically, we can't comprehend only one, because we know one by knowing two.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. But it's just purely and absolutely one. That's why they say one without a second. Now, if that one remained that way, think about it, right? It's this one that I'm talking about doesn't consist of parts. No parts. Purely one. What could that experience?
Nothing. It's
There'd be
even when
no
you,
experience.
yeah,
There would literally be no, because there'd be, you're right, no thing to experience.
yeah.
Because it doesn't consist of things or parts. It's just one. Yeah. So, no, I'm making up a story, but it might help. Yeah. So, what does one have to do to have an experience?
Yeah, create a multitude.
Create two,
Seemingly,
three, or four. Yeah, seemingly. What does it use to do that?
the senses.
And mind,
Yeah.
primarily.
Yeah.
Primarily. You could be blind, yeah, and you could even be deaf, yeah, but there'd still be a you and a them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It does use so they're the portals. Yeah, but that creates the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah 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 is the mind. The only thing that is dualistic is thought. In the absence of thought, in the absence of mind, there is no duality.
Yeah. And the mind can't get that. So it's always like
No.
going in the
Yeah.
circles all the time. Oh.
Yeah. We should, maybe I haven't got this yet.
It's even trying to catch consciousness, like when you are in that, well, we only have words, so in that state of stillness, of course, a couple of seconds later when the mind comes in, it tries to describe the experience, but it can't. Like you said, you try to use the words consciousness.
You can't. However, what we can't deny is the fact that I am.
Mm-hmm.
What I am, where I am, who I am, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I am.
Yeah.
We don't give it a location. We don't give it a name. We don't give it anything. But we cannot deny this. Yeah. if this is taken out of the equation, because that's all you have to do, like really, if this is taken out of the equation, you're just left with this. And this is what I mean by home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It seems to be harder in certain circumstances to come home, like when you have physical pain, for example, or physical pain is, of course, also a collection of
ideas,
sensations, ideas, and you notice when
yeah,
you stop labeling them, they seem to be also less painful.
yeah, yeah.
But
You know,
it kind of grabs you, it seems.
well, it's a call to attention. If there's physical pain, there's a call to attention. Yeah. What do you need to do to alleviate the pain, or do we need to go to a doctor because my leg's broken, or whatever? So it's definitely, if we're talking about physical pain, it can be a call to attention. You know? Then you might experience physical pain that doesn't matter how many doctors you see, the pain's just not going to go away. Just is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a whole completely different thing compared to emotional pain. Completely different. Yeah. Emotional pain is all story made.
Oh yeah.
All story made. Yeah. So yes, there may be physical pain that is experienced. Okay, that's what's happening. The suffering around the physical pain will only occur if this then steps in and goes, oh, I don't like this. This is bad. This is then. I don't want to experience this. Now, there's suffering around it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? They're polar opposites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's simply a sensation. Really. Any pain. It's simply a sensation. If it's referred to as a, note the difference if you refer to it as a sensation compared to refer to it as pain. It's pain. There's a big difference.
But that's then also a choice that the consciousness is making to focus on that story
All the
time. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. But, yeah. So the question is, who or what is it that awakens?
Don't know.
Has to be consciousness.
Yeah.
Have you noticed on your path, yeah, that you have become more and more conscious?
Yeah.
More and more conscious. You know, you have to have a certain level of consciousness to even understand this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely. Yeah, because when I saw your videos, when I was binge watching, nothing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I've been watching Jim Newman as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I call him my brick wall for the mind. He's like a brick wall. My mind just goes.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter because you're watching and there's this whatever you want to call that, knowing, or like this is it.
Yep.
It's completely correct.
Yep. It could only be.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to happen over there, or over there, or over there.
No, and then you start reading, ancient texts or religious texts or whatever to kind of make everything come together.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it's interesting. You'll start reading ancient texts and you start to read it differently.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. But then it all comes back to this. It all comes back to non-duality.
Yep. Because there is only this.
Yeah.
If it's only now, it can only be this. I can't say it any more simply than that.
Yeah. And it's too simple. So the mind goes, no, no,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. People are trying to get to here now using that.
Yeah.
That's what's getting in the way. And we keep using that. Understand that we need to use that for some of the journey, to unravel some things. At least come to an understanding of what duality is. The only instrument we've got that we could use to understand what duality is a dualistic instrument. But that dualistic instrument is useless to understand non-duality. Why? Because it's dualistic. It's the wrong tool. It's the wrong instrument, That's why a lot of the work that I do with people is it's constantly about unraveling the me character. Because we can do that with verbiage and thoughts. We can do that. Yeah. I don't very often talk about the non-dual. What can you say? It's just this. It's all you could say. Yeah.
And it's so simple that you just fall. I'm always like, it's like right in front of you, and you just kind of step over it all the time.
All the time.
With the mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the reason why it awakens, there's even no reason for it. That's
Correct.
also something that kind of the mind gets resistance to. It's like, no,
I
this
know.
journey has meaning.
Yeah. To who? To what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the story.
Yeah. It's if you understand that there's simply one, and that one is manifesting through all, yeah. Look at all the trillions and trillions and trillions of different manifestations of that one. If we want to start including insects and frogs and fish and people and like trees, plants, flowers, like trillions, yeah. All those manifestations, yeah. So anything and everything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything and everything is possible, including that one deciding to wake up through those 6 portals there. Why not? It's
Is
no
that
big deal.
also decided in the moment? Or is that already, you always have like the divine plan or divine concept, or it's all arranged, or
it seems to be an unraveling process. It seems to be a process that consciousness is going through to remember itself.
Yeah.
Because it can't remain one and still remember it's one. The only way it could become two is to forget that it's one. So it's like a remembering that takes place.
It's a cycle, sort of a cycle or something.
Yeah. Not that it can, literally forget, but that's the process, So coming to understand, oh, and then one day, oh. And then there's not a whole lot to say anymore, and just at that point, I just say to people, go and live it up. Yeah. Understand that you've had a habitual mind there that's been going all your life. Yeah. And even though now you've come to see, understand it might take a moment for it to settle. I'm just talking about the mind, the thoughts. Yeah. It might just take a moment for it to settle. Don't get hooked back up in them. Just accept. It will take a moment to settle, and ignore them. Yeah. Just. Hello, Terrence here. Just a quick, short little video to announce our next retreat being held on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of August, just under a month away. That's a Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Friday evening in CEST time, Central European Summertime. It fits in well, that time slot fits in well for everybody in the United States, and obviously people that are in Europe. Not so good for people in Australia. Next time for people in Australia. So come along. There's a lot of you that follow me on YouTube. I respond to just about everybody that leaves comments. It would be nice for you to come along and join in on a retreat and stop being so anonymous. Come and join us. It'd be great. Come and ask any questions you have. Come and give any statements that you have. Share any of your experiences. It should be a wonderful event. The last one was really good. Okay, so hope to see you then. Come and join us, and until then, stay present.